Today, I want to give you a quick overview of Fireworks Nexus and how it lets your team keep using the AI coding tools they already work in and pay a lot less for it. Out of the box, AI coding tools are expensive and the bill is hard to predict. When Uber gave Claude Code to around 5,000 of their engineers, they burned through their entire AI budget for the year in the first 4 months. Their CTO spent $1,200 in a single 2-hour session. Here's what's changed though. Open models like DeepSeek V4 Flash, Kimi K3, and GLM 5.2 have gotten really good. Good enough to handle most of the coding work your team throws at them. So a big chunk of that bill is just routine work running on the most expensive model out there when it never needed to. Now, if you're the engineer in the room, I know what you're thinking. Prove it's actually good or you're just slowing my team down. Fair, and we'll get to that. But first, here's how it works, because none of this changes how your developers do their job day to day. The first piece is connecting your existing coding tools. Nexus allows this with a utility called Fire Connect. Your developers keep using Claude Code, Codex, OpenCode, whatever they're already in. You install Fire Connect, run one command, and it points these tools at Fireworks instead. That's the only thing that changes on their end. The second piece is the router. Every time someone sends off a request, it looks at how hard the task actually is. The routine stuff, it sends to an open model running on Fireworks. The genuinely hard stuff, it passes straight through to whatever closed source model you're already paying for using your own key. So your teams won't notice a difference. That part alone usually cuts the cost by 3 to 5 times. And turning it on is one command. You just set your model to Fire Router, and every request gets routed automatically from there. The third piece is for the finance side. It's one dashboard where you set a budget for a team or the whole company, put a cap on what each person can spend, and see exactly where the money's going, broken down by team, by tool, and by model. You have the options of running it all on servers here in the US, and nothing your team sends ever gets stored. And Fireworks Nexus is modular, so if you're already using a gateway like Lite LLM, Fire Router plugs right in, or use all 3 components together and get the whole thing. Okay, back to that proof I promised. A company called Pharos ran 211 real engineering tasks pulled from actual customer code. Claude Code running on GLM 5.2 slightly beat Claude Code on Opus 4.8, and it costs about half as much per task. Then Arise ran 2,400 agent runs and found the same thing. On routine work, the expensive models just weren't buying you much. The winning strategy wasn't picking one best model. It was matching the right model to the right task. And this is already happening with real teams. At Notion and Doximity, engineers are using Nexus on their own code bases day to day on the actual code they merge. One company reported that it's taking about 1/3 off the cost of every pull request they ship, and overall they're spending around 1/4 of what they pay the closed model labs per token. So that's Fireworks Nexus. Your team doesn't change anything about how they work, and you end up paying a lot less. Thank you for watching.